Welcome to Career Uprising. I'm your host, Lorraine Rise, a career and executive coach dedicated to helping clients who are 40 plus to break free from feeling stuck and transform into the unstoppable force you're destined to become. Let's start the uprising. Hey everyone, welcome to Career Uprising. I'm your host, Lorraine Rise. This is episode 180. Your age is your advantage. 5 strategies for late career professionals. Thanks for spending time with me today. Of all the things that you could be doing right now, you chose this show, and I love that. Take a moment to leave a rating and review on Apple while you're listening. I would greatly appreciate it. I read all of them, and it makes more of a difference than you know. So, as you guys know, at Career Uprising, we help mid and late career professionals to take control of their job search, career, and future. Because everything is a choice, so you can take control. Absolutely. In fact, that's another show that I did, Everything is a Choice, maybe, 7, 8 episodes back, maybe a little bit more. Everything is a choice, except for one thing. What is that one thing? Your age. Can't do a damn thing about that, right? You can't choose your age, that's for sure. So let's talk about age today, because that's one of the biggest things on the minds of my clients. And I did another show that's a great companion to this, and that one was pretty recent, maybe 5 episodes ago. It was called Your Age is Not the Problem. So listen to that one too, and then this one also. If you have ever been told that you're too old to get hired, or change careers, or you're overqualified, too expensive, anything like that, this show and the other one is also for you, okay? Or maybe you've applied to hundreds and hundreds of jobs with no interviews and wondered, is my age the problem? It must be. Maybe, maybe not, right? Let's cut through the noise today, because I want you to know that your age is not really the problem. It's actually an advantage. And I know that sounds great, like you want to believe that, but you don't actually believe that. But that's part of the problem. You actually need to believe that. And if you're going to have anyone else believe it, you have to believe it yourself. But the truth is, that's more than just a nice little thought or slogan. You really do have advantages. As an experienced worker, you got something they don't, okay? We're going to dive in to 5 strategies to help you land a new job, no matter how old you are. Let's start first for a second with a statistic. And I think that this should really put things into context for you. 47% of today's workforce is comprised of either baby boomers or Gen X. Okay? You've heard that right. So that means that basically half of the workforce is 45 or older. In fact, the workforce is been getting older. So that means if you are 45 or older and worried about age discrimination, well, guess what? Half the workforce is comprised of people your age or older. So there's proof right there that you can get hired. How did everyone else get hired? Okay? It's true. Half of the workforce is in that age range. So the next time you want to scream age discrimination, I want you to think about that. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist at all. It does. We don't know how much. But the point is, you can't do anything about your age, so why are you going to let that hold you back? You have to push through. And it's actually kind of timely right now, because in the news right now, Workday, the major applicant tracking system, is getting sued right now for age discrimination. So I'm not commenting on that. I have no idea if that's true or not. But I'm just saying, age discrimination is out there. It's a thing, but it's also something you're just going to have to live with if it is. And we can absolutely push through it and get you hired. And what I typically tell clients is, before we resort to that and say, well, it's just age discrimination, there's nothing you can do, there's all these other things that we can check off first and make sure those are optimized, and it's not one of those, then maybe I'll go, okay, there's something going on. But rarely do people optimize all those other things first before it's crying foul that it's age discrimination. So we're going to go through some of those things first. So these 5 things need to be spectacular. And then if you still can't get hired, maybe there's age discrimination or also just a bad economy too. That's also a factor. But let's work through this list and make sure you're optimizing your strategy first, everywhere that you can. Step 1, reframe the narrative. What you believe about your age will shape how you present yourself and how others perceive you. This is true for anything, not just age. It may also lead you to believe that your age is the problem, even in situations when it isn't. So be very, very careful about that. Too often, I see clients disqualify themselves before the employer even has the chance to do it. Well, that stops now. You can't change your age, but the only thing you can control is your strategy and your brand and your mindset. So more on that. We're coming back to those things, okay? But check that mindset first. Confidence is contagious. And you know what? So is jadedness. Okay? So is bitterness. It's detectable in interviews. Both of them are. So choose your thoughts wisely and see your experience as an asset because it is. Young people, let me tell you, are struggling hard right now because I've been helping them. I've been talking to them. They are having just as hard of a time. You think it's because of their age? I mean, it's always something, right? I mean, this is really a challenging economy to be launching a job search in. It is. So I think those people would have something to say about the whole age factor. In some ways, I think the older generation has a little bit of an advantage there because they have a larger network and more experience and all of those things. But mindset is number 1. Number 2, showcase your relevance, not your tenure. All right, let's talk about branding for a minute on your resume, your LinkedIn, your elevator pitch, whatever you got. Relevance matters more than chronology. You don't have to list every role that you've ever had. Highlight the last 15 years at most and focus on how your experiences solves today's problems because that's what employers want. Focus on your current skills, modern IT and tools and programs, and your recent wins. If you've led a digital transformation, worked with AI, upskilled yourself or your team, then say it loud and clear. Lead with that information. Talk about it on your resume, post about it on LinkedIn. Those are the things that are the most relevant. If your resume still lists jobs from the 90s, it's probably time to let those things go, you guys. That was 25 years ago. Okay? You are not your entire career history. Personal branding is an area where I'm seeing people struggle right now. But that's how people are landing jobs. Just applying for jobs used to be enough. 20 years ago, you just needed a resume, throw out an application, you'd probably get hired pretty quickly. Today, in the digital and social world we live in, personal branding has entered the room. And if you're clueless or uncomfortable with that, you're not alone, but it's going to be a rough ride. You're going to have to learn to cultivate that. The world has just changed. It really, really has. I think it used to be just based on, having a basic resume, answering some job ads here and there. Now it's applying for jobs is social. Now it's like personal marketing, right? And it's still about relationships too, but it's about your online presence. And I know that makes a lot of people want to puke, but I'm just the messenger. That's how it is for a lot of people now. You have to change with the world. Okay? Those are the first 2 strategies. Let's take a quick commercial break so you can hear more about career uprising. When we come back, we still have 3 more. So there's lots more to dig into. We'll be right back. Hey everyone, it's Lorraine again. While the show takes a quick break, I want to tell you a little bit more about what we do at Career Uprising. We've been in business for 10 years now, helping clients who are either executives or in the late career phase. We work with clients in all different industries, from tech to healthcare to education. Are you worried about ageism in your job search? Or maybe you haven't looked for a job in years and you feel outdated and overwhelmed. Or maybe you feel stuck and want to figure out what's next for you in your career. If any of these sound like you, we might be a good fit. My team and I have helped over 500 clients over the last decade to land new jobs faster than they could on their own. We offer world-class coaching, resume writing, and salary negotiation support. First, you can sign up for my mailing list and be a part of my growing community. Head over to careeruprising.com today and learn more and book a call with me. That's careeruprising.com. I can't wait to connect with you. Let's get back to the show. And we're back. All right, we have 3 more strategies to dive into for late career professionals in particular who are looking for work. Number 3, you must leverage your network. Most jobs, especially at the director or executive level, come from relationships, not job boards. And honestly, I think the best jobs come that way. I really do. And I think this is also true in some other industries such as skilled trades, which is very different than the executive level. But applying online oftentimes won't do it in those industries as well. And I was actually just finished helping a young man a little bit in a skilled trade. And that was my advice to him, is do not rely only on the job boards. You need to be talking to people in the industry, calling them directly. It depends on the industry that you're in, okay? Because that's just not really how they recruit in the trades. But that's also true at the executive level. There is so much influence that somebody who's a director, an executive has in the organization. They're not going to take a Joe Schmo off a job board. They want someone who they can trust, who comes from as a referral. It just because the impact that you have the organization is so great that it makes sense. So here's the good news. As a late career professional, you likely have a rich network, more than the younger generation. This is an advantage that you have over them. You have probably 20, 30 plus years of colleagues, vendors, managers, mentors, friends, people that know you and trust you and have seen the evidence of your work. Lean into that. Reconnect with these people. Don't just ask for a job. Ask for advice, insights, recommendations. Nurture your relationship with them. Relationships create opportunities. Relationships create opportunities. Cold applications create frustration and disillusionment and lawsuits if you're Workday. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one. But the point is, this is one of your biggest assets, so you have to be leveraging it. Number 4, highlight mentorship and leadership. Companies aren't just hiring for skills, they're hiring for stability and cultural fit. You offer something that younger professionals don't. You have leadership, you've been a mentor, you've developed your emotional intelligence. You remember a world before the digital society, right? There's big advantages to that. If you've helped navigate team changes, mentored younger staff, built a company culture, share that. Your experience isn't just professional, it's relational. That's a major value add in any organization. You have institutional knowledge, life experience, and wisdom. These are advantages, and employers will pay for them. Remember, half the workforce is 45 or older, so you're in good company. Number 5, stay curious and technologically current. Stay sharp, stay curious, stay in the game, get up to speed with technology, start using AI. I've talked to a lot of clients who are like, I don't use AI. Well, it's been around for a couple years now. One of the biggest myths is that older professionals don't get technology or they don't learn it fast enough. You need to shatter that by being at least with the curve, if not ahead of it. Take LinkedIn learning courses, subscribe to industry newsletters, take Udemy or Coursera classes, whatever you have to do. Learn tools relevant to your role, even if you're not the one implementing them. You need to broaden your awareness. Okay, adaptability isn't about being the youngest, it's about being the most curious. And curiosity has no expiration date. All right, there you have it. You need to check your mindset, number one, showcase your relevance, not your tenure, leverage your network, highlight your leadership and emotional intelligence, and stay up to date with technology. If you do those 5 things and do them well and do them consistently, you will land a job no matter how old you are. It is a tough economy right now. It is taking people longer. So expect that, but it absolutely can happen. Your age doesn't have to be a barrier. It's part of your brand. It's part of you and your story. So if this episode spoke to you at all, share it with somebody else who maybe needs to hear this message. And you can go to careeruprising.com to learn more about how we can help you take your job search to the next level with our coaching and resume writing programs. All right? Take care, everyone, and I will be back very soon with another new episode. Hey, it's Lorraine, and I want to say thanks for listening. If you found value in today's show, I would be honored to have your review on Apple Podcasts. It's the single best way to help this show be found by other listeners, and you'll earn some good karma. Thanks again for tuning in, and I can't wait to connect with you next time on Career Uprising.